Morning folks, it's just James here from Hadrian's Vehicle Services. It is Monday the 30th of September, the last day of the month. We've got this BMW 3 Series estate in for our stage 1 machine polish, 3-year, in fact that's a lie, it's a 5-year self-healing graphene coating. And as you can see, the vehicle is in not bad condition, but needs a little bit of pampering by ourselves to get it back to a good standard and obviously fully protected for the future. So on further inspection here, as you can see by the swirl mark pen, this is before we've cleaned the car, there's a lot of swirl marks, and obviously you see all the lines kind of coming up and down off the main light there. That is holograms and rotary buffer marks off where it's probably been prepped off the dealership where he's bought it, and they haven't done the refinement stage of the process. So, you know, cutting corners once again. But today and tomorrow we're going to remove as many swirls as possible, and obviously remove all these little buffer marks and trails to refine the paintwork properly and obviously prepare it for the ceramic coating. Right, so we've just pulled this BMW into the unit and we've just done a little test panel here on the first cutting stage. This customer was meant to come for a stage 1 and a 5-year graphene coating, but I have actually informed him that it would be more beneficial for him to go for a stage 2, just due to the fact that all these swirl marks that you can see in the paintwork, you know, the paint's actually really bad and it's been very poorly maintained, obviously, and this is why it's in this condition. It's now with us. So just a little test spot here. You can see all the holograms and all that shiny light flying off everywhere on the vehicle, and all the swirl marks as well. And this is just the first stage of the cutting process, so we've still got to go around the paintwork again, but as you can see there's a lot more true colour, depth and clarity back into the paintwork compared to this side. So it's definitely got, you know, a refinement stage to go over, but, you know, I would say 90% of them swirl marks and scratches have been removed, obviously, on this little surface bit here. And obviously we still need to do the second stage of the process as well. So we're just going to do a few more test panels, make sure it's dialed in properly. We're using yellow heavy cutting pads by Hexalogic, and we're also going to refine it via, you know, some other method, probably super finish in maybe an orange pad or a green pad, even something a bit softer, just to really add a lovely wet and glossy look to the vehicle for the customer to come collect it tomorrow. So we just got our new delivery here from Slim's Detail. It's the only place at the moment that I can actually find Hexalogic yellow pads that are in stock for some reason. And we're just gonna whack them up on the shelf here, stick them away. Right, and then we're going to go around every single painted surface now. Obviously we've had a little go of the rotary just to see if that was going to be worth it, but we're actually finding for deeper scratches that need removed, yes, this is good, but with a DA heavy cut pad, it will get the majority of them scratches out, which is what we're looking for, really. Right, so Adam has just finished doing a half and half with the rotary and obviously the second stage. And now as you can see, straight away the difference between the two. This side's been polished, this side hasn't. Massive white chemical burn looking stuff over here. And as you can see, the true depth and colour and the glossiness has been added back into the paint via the machine polishing process. In inspection as well, just a bit closer to the paintwork. As you can see, there's a lot of swirl marks through the phone torch here, all these little lines coming off. And on this side, like I said, it's all refined, no holograms in the vehicle. As you can see, the absolute difference between the car, polished and unpolished, is absolutely immense. So we're going to go around the whole car, finish off this whole process. It'll probably take the rest of the day at least. And that's just for the cutting stage as well. We've then got to refine it, which is another go around the whole car again with a less abrasive polish and polishing pad, just to really get the holograms out the car and prepare for the ceramic coating. Right, just a little bit of an update. I've pretty much finished off this whole side nearly. I've still got to do that front wing, this wing mirror, and halfway up this pillar, and then this whole side will be fully cut. There's a little bit on that petrol cap as well and the back bumper, just to go over with the rotary to get it a little bit better. And then once all that's done, we're going to move on to the roof, the rear, the other side, get that squared away, and then from there do the refinement stage of the whole process. Right, so I'm just finishing off the back here, just the cutting stage again. We've done all this bit here, as you can see. It's a beautiful colour, this car, to be honest. It's got a lovely blue fleck in it. And if you look down here with all these swirl marks, this is what it was like before, and we've literally only done the cutting stage. We've still got to refine this, but to be honest, there's not really even leaving that many holograms either in the paintwork off the heat and things like that, which is quite good. So it should be a nice easy refinement on the vehicle. Obviously we need to clean all around these badges, and normally I tell the customer just to take these badges off so we can polish behind them and reapply them, but in this case the customer didn't want that to be done, so we're just going to leave them on there and obviously clean around them the best we can. What the fuck? Right, so we just put the car up on the ramp just to see a little bit more eye level, and one to kind of sort of back out as well because it's starting to hurt. So we've pretty much cut this side nearly. There's a few little bits I still need to go over, and that's why we put these pieces of tape there just to remind us where they are. But we're going to go over that with the rotary. All I'm going to do now, well, the roof's all done, the pillars are done, we've done the back tailgate. Adam's going to do the back bumper, and I'm going to do the front bumper. And then that should be the cutting stage pretty much complete.
Take the biggest fucking risks.
I'm not here with it.
Right now. You can get so scared and you can be so easily lulled.
Why?
Why? Because bollocks.
How is it bollocks? Just listen.
Into the idea that
It's good enough. That feeling safe and comfortable is what you should always be looking for. That way of thinking.
in your 20s in particular, dead.
In your 20s,
wrong.
dead wrong, Hugo.
The greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. The person who risks nothing, has nothing, does nothing, is nothing. That person may avoid suffering, pain, and embarrassment, but that individual will not learn, grow, feel, love, or change. Only the person who takes risks is truly free.
Everything I didn't want to do is what got me to where I'm at today.
Interesting.
Every single thing. So where we find comfort, that's where I started getting scared.
Every time I start doing things I don't want to do, I grow.
That's a lesson that people need to hear and learn. It's so important because everybody just wants to be comfortable. Everybody wants to sit in the car. I don't want to go outside, it's cold. I don't want to do this, it's hot. Like, you've got to do things that you don't want to do because you show your
mind is the boss.
Your mind's the boss.